Guys, you remember me? I haven't posted anything in like a bajillion years. I saw the movie Midnight in Paris. And let me just say, this is a great movie. I would not be surprised if it would be nominated for things in the upcoming, movie award season. Let me just say that this movie made me think about nostalgia. You think about a time that we all, every single one of us thinks about a time that we don't know, and why, based on what we know of that time, why we think it's going to be the best time that we could have ever gone through. And by the way, I am not being sponsored by this man, Woody Allen. Just because I'm giving him a good review, I'm not being sponsored. Although, Sir Woody Allen, if you would like to talk about sponsoring me to talk, highly of your already great movies, have your people call my people, shall you? Yeah. Lead's character's case, it was Paris in the 1920s, and he thought that this was the best time he could have ever thought of for, he was an author, for literature was the best time ever. And he does wind up going back there. I'm not going to tell you how. And he meets people, he meets his idols. His idols don't care about it being that time. They're not relishing in the fact that the 1920s is going to be revered as the best time in history. They're just going about their business. And they're reminiscing about a time before that. It makes me laugh because I know myself. I was born in the glorious year of 1980. 1984. I was born in the glorious year of 1980. I, myself, would have loved to have gone to like the late 70s, early 80s, where disco was at its peak and hip-hop was still light and jovial and not so heavy, yet not so mass-produced. The style back then and the low technology, I would love that, but I told my dad, and my dad's like, no, you don't want to go back there, crap, things were terrible back then. It just got me wondering, how many of y'all cute little 1998 sprouters and early 2000 peoples that were born that probably know how to use a computer better than I do. I wanted to just tell you why, if you ever wanted to go back to the 90s, why the 90s were not as... So I wanted to talk really quick about these things. Cameras. Now, this is not a camera from the 90s. As you can see, it has a television in it. Television and a camera in the 90s. What? Pretty much what we had. We had three things. Well, I had three things. Film, batteries, and not even know if you kids know what batteries are. A lot of things are rechargeable nowadays, which is awesome. And disposable cameras. Disposable cameras were something special because it came with an X amount of film and you would just take it. There was none of these, hey guys, let's take a picture. No, because you had an X amount. Same thing with the film. So you would have your friend take a picture of you looking cute. You would not take it of yourself. And mind you, you would have a set amount of film. So you wouldn't want to, chance getting, like getting the wrong shot done. I personally believe that the younger generations are going to be mutated with longer arms to get better photos. That's one thing. Two things, you would have to get the film developed. You would actually go to a place in a pharmacy and have your film developed. Now, do you know that the anxiety that would have came over you, like, man, I wonder how those pictures came out. It was no zoop instant. No, it was instant. I mean, 1 hour photos was like a revolution. It was instant as you got. There were also these things. You know what these are? No, it's not Wayne's World, stupid. It's a VHS. VHSs, sorry, it's old, look like this. This one is not rewound, and you would stick it in a VCR. I have no idea what VCR stands for. It just stands for VCR. Pretty much you would have to rewind it. Like this case, you saw the movie, be kind of rewind, kid. Rewind it, and you'd watch it, and it didn't come with special features. It didn't come with, HD, HD, I don't know what that is. Another thing, you didn't have internet. You would have to use a public library. You know what a public library is. If you were so fortunate, you would have had the whole Encyclopedia Britannica in your house. Unfortunately, some of us did not have the money nor time nor space to keep such a grand library of books in our own home, so we'd have to go to a public library, which meant having a library card, taking books out, using their internet, because chances are you wouldn't have an internet, and doing the work there, which can be kind of nice if you like getting out the house, but it's not very good for, browsing pornography like all you naughty kids do. We also didn't have cell phones. Now, we had cell phones, but only business people, very rich crooks, and, parents would have cell phones. Kids would not have cell phones. So if you had a cell phone, forget it. Yeah, that cell phone was getting shared with your family, your cousins, your neighbor, and that person that owed you money. And that's it. I mean, I just wanted to kind of make like a time capsule. This is not a time capsule because I'm talking about the 90s and 2011. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I'm just talking about the 90s, y'all. And if you guys ever wanted to talk about the 90s, let's talk about the 90s.